We are Cornwall Consultancy. We've been working with Tulip to find any potential water saving ideas that could just save them money and possibly cut their bills. I'm Adam Cade, CEO.
Hey, I'm Alfie. I did the graphic design on it and I did a lot of research.
Josiah Smith over there in the green hoodie was our technician.
I'm Jessica Priest, Research Manager.
I'm Joseph Baker, the researcher.
Josh Regot, the researcher over
there. The question really was there any, we were just asked to look into any potential water recycling or rainwater uses for the Tulip building based in Redroof, such as what needs to be considered, any changes, costs and the financial viability. We have a budget of £80,000, a building with no water recycling systems, and a 2-year payback plan is what they would like to stick to.
Yeah, I mean, these were the main, this is what first, I mean, when we looked at the problem, this is the first thing that sprung out at us as the problems. So, yeah, this is what we saw at first, although lots of problems sort of reared their head a bit later on. But yeah, this is basically.
So we had 2 options, hydropower and rainwater harvesting. The reason why we didn't pick hydropower is because it would take longer to pay back and we only have a 2-year payback plan with Tulip. So we looked at our second option, which was rainwater harvesting, and again it was exceeding the 2-year payback plan.
Just, yeah, an example of why hydroelectricity was so wildly just out of the question, it would never work. We could have, we just swap this. You can see that there's a product being quite heavily sold is tiny generators you can fit in downpipes of buildings to use the falling water from the roof. I mean, it seems like a very simple thing, easy to install, but at £7,000 a unit to install them around the site it cost around £35,000, and it'd save you possibly £160 a year, you know, if you get a good year, which would give you a 218-year payback scheme, which obviously isn't really viable. So with our 2-year scheme, we're really quite limited with this sort of option.
Right, so after more research into the subject, we decided to look into the building's sanitary systems, like toilets and all that. The Redroof site was opened in 1990, so we assume they still use the systems that use 13 litres of water with each flush. The building has 8 systems between 20 cubicles. We assume that each cubicle flushes 15 times a day. That is 3,900 litres daily, 27,300 litres per week. That will cost around £4,000 a year just for that. But they have more staff, so the estimate could be much higher than that.
The modern toilets, which are built after the year 2000, release 6 litres of water per flush, which then if you calculate that over a year, it is 705.6 metres cubed. And then that puts the yearly savings at £2,000. So if you compare the new style toilets to the old style toilets, you're spending less because old style toilets are £4,000. And by upgrading this, it will halve the price, saving you money and wasting less water.
Looking at storing rainwater, it was a little bit fiddly this one, but we're looking at a website to go. We'll do a bespoke installation with a 20,000 litre tank with pumps and all the switchboards and that sort of stuff. I mean, it's an expert company called Combined Harvesters. So they supply this complete package for around 12,500 tailored to a building, which seemed like a very good option. Yeah, emailed them. That's the quote they gave us. So.
Right, we looked into rainwater harvesting system to collect rainwater to also flush the modern systems if they were to be installed. The upgrade would cost, the toilet upgrade itself would be a minimum of £2,000. Storage tank, we got a quote from the Combine Harvesters, 12,500. Apparently the plumbing is also a minimum of 1,000, that gives us a total of 15,500. That would just increase the payback plan by anywhere between half a year to a year. Initially they wanted a 2-year payback plan. We haven't had a chance to see if they would agree with this one though. That will give you yearly savings of £5,000 just on changing their water systems in the bathrooms. We recommend that they upgrade their toilets. The system's system for each toilet actually, and obviously if they do want to do that, afterwards they can install rainwater storage tanks, and they will have to upgrade their filtration systems. And that's the end. Any questions?
Shall I get to ask another question? When you were looking at it, did you look at water saving devices, like these hippos in the toilets to reduce the...
They're aimed at old style toilets. They're quick ways of making old style toilets closer to the efficiency of newer toilets without actually replacing the toilet. But we thought in this case the toilets have already got 15 years use of them. They don't, they've been well used. It's not like throwing away a product that's been used a lot, which obviously wouldn't make any sense environmentally. It makes much more sense to upgrade to a really modern, really efficient toilet. If you're saving more than half, it makes a lot of sense that way.
And the way that you've put this together is to get them all changed all at the same time and not just do it in a gradual way.
Yeah, we think it's a very large company. The initial outlay of all of this is pretty low compared to their turnover.
Yeah.
So we think it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah.
Any other questions?